fans coming in here, the buzz on the internet, just so much going on here. This is going to be, I thought ADCC 2022 was the biggest of all time. This one is going to crush 2022.
All right, we are just moments away from the opening ceremony. Let's send it down to the floor.
Gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 ADCC World Championships. The match before you now have become hallowed ground. Las Vegas, Nevada has become the center of the known universe. This is where the best come to play. So for everyone in attendance and everyone watching this live on FloGrappling, one question remains. Are you ready? And we begin now with your campaign of competitors. In the 55-kilogram female division. First up, Brenda Larissa. Second up, Maisa Bastos. Alex Rodriguez. Excuse me, Enriquez. Margot Cicciarelli. Anna Rod. Jasmine Hocha. Adel Forrarino. And your 2019 World Champion, Bianca Basillo. Thank you, ladies. Next division. Your men's 66-kilogram division. From the UK, Owen Jones. From the US, Dorian Olivares. From Down Under, Ethan Thomas. From Mother Russia, Garbig Ibrahimov. From the US, Kennedy Maciel. From Brazil, Fabrício Andre. From the US, DeAndre Corbin. From China, Hong King Xu. From the Great White North, Easton Creelinston. From Brazil, Kyle Gabriel. From the US, Keith Krikorian. From the UK, Ashley Williams. From the Philippines, Josh Cisneros. From Brazil, Diego Pato. From Brazil, Gabriel Souza. And your 2022 World Champion from Brazil, Diogo Reis. Ladies and gentlemen, your under 66-kilogram bracket. We now go to the men's 77-kilogram division. From the US, PJ Barch. From Poland, Mateusz Krzyzinski. From the US, Elijah Dorsey. From Down Under, Jeremy Skinner. From Brazil, Luis Paulo. Also from Brazil, Alexandre Jesus. From the Great White North, Matt Hansen. From Brazil, Jonatas Gracie. From Lebanon, Oliver Daza. From Brazil, Fabio Caloi. From the US, the 2019 bronze medalist, Gary Tonon. From the Great White North, 2022 bronze medalist, Dante Leon. From Brazil, the 2019 silver and 2022 bronze medalist, Wagner Rocha. And from Brazil, the 2022 silver medalist, Magalhaes. This was your 77-kilogram bracket. Next up is the ladies, under 65 kilograms. From the US, Amanda Levy. From the US, Mo Black. From France, Ardilla Levin. From Brazil, Ana Vieira. From the US, Helena Crevar. From the UK, Suleme Lowenthal. The 2019 World Champion from Brazil, Bia Mesquita. And from the Great White North, the 2022 silver medalist, Brianna Salmari. Ladies and gentlemen, the under 65 kilogram division for the ladies. Now to the men's 88 kilogram division. From Brazil, Andre Porfirio. From Brazil, Felipe Acosta. From the USA, Ryan Aitken. From Finland, Santeri Lilius. From the US, Jacob Couch. From Australia, Isaac Michele. From the UK, Taylor Pearman. From Brazil, Charles Negromonte. From Brazil, Pedro Marinho. From Honduras, Elder Cruz. From Down Under, Lucas Canard. From the US, Chris Wojcik. From Brazil, Gabriel Almeida. From the US, Jacob Rodriguez. From the US, your 2019 bronze medalist, Joshua Hinger. And from the US, your 2022 world champion, Giancarlo Bordoni. And from the US, Achilles Rocha. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your under 88 kilogram bracket. From Brazil, Patrick Gaudio. From Uruguay, Javier Zaruski. From the US, Paul Ardilla. From Australia, Declan Moody. From Poland, Marcin Makiewicz. From Brazil, Henrique Ciccone. From the US, Michael Pixley. From Australia, Daniel Schuart. From the US, Daishi Goto. From Brazil, Eli Braz. From the US, Alex Grandi. From the US, Rafael Lovato. From Brazil, the 2019 silver medalist, Vinicius Trator. From Brazil, the 2022 silver medalist, Nicolas Meregali. From Brazil, the 2013 champion, Roberto Abreu, Cyborg. And from Brazil, 2019 and 2022 world champion, Canyon Duarte. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your under 99 kilogram division. Thank you, gentlemen. This is your women's 65 kilogram plus division. From Brazil, Nathalie de Jesus. From the US, Kendall the Crusher Rusig. From the UK, Nia Blackman. From Brazil, Maria Rufato. From the US, Liz Mitrovic. From Australia, Nikki Lloyd Griffiths. From Brazil, a 2022 silver medalist, Rafaela Guedes. And from the US, the 2022 world champion, Amy Campo. This was your plus 65 kilogram division. Thank you, ladies. We now go to the men's 99 plus kilogram division. From South Africa, Luke Griffith. From the US, Vince Pizzuto. From Finland, Heikki Jusila. From the US, Big Dan Manasoy. From Australia, Josh Saunders. From the UK, Mark McQueen. From the US, Damon Ramos. From Brazil, Victor Honorio. From the US, Michael Perez. From Kazakhstan, Marsur Makanov. From the US, Brandon Reed. From the US, Josh Hansen. From Ghana, Haitham Rida. From Brazil, a 2022 bronze medalist, Roosevelt Souza. From Brazil, the 2011 champions, Vini Magalhaes. And from Brazil, your 2017 champion, Felipe Pena. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the men's 99 kilogram division. And now, five-time ADCC World Champion from the United States, introducing Gordon Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your head cover, and join us, welcoming Dallas Stoddard for the United States National Anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Dallas Stoddard, a round of applause, please.
All right, Ricardo, so we have our brackets. We have the opening ceremonies that are now completed. And now it's time for some action, my man.
Yeah, here we go. We're just about 10-15 minutes away from the opening matches of the men's 99+ division. This is how we started off last ADCC as well. And one of the opening matches last time was Gordon Ryan in the first match. So from start to finish, you can expect to see the best matches, and they only happen here at ADCC. I can't wait for this thing to start.
Speaking of Gordon Ryan, you know, he walked out with a lot of confidence. You know, there's been a lot of talk about how healthy he is, all that stuff. How did you think he looked?
I think he looked healthy. I think he looked good. You know, it looks like he was doing some pumping of the weights backstage, you know, trying to get his buff on, getting a little swole before. But yeah, no, Gordon's ready. He's focused. Felipe's ready. He's focused. Yuri is definitely ready. And I can't wait to see back-to-back Gordon Ryan super fights here.
Yeah, and Gordon, I get it. If I looked like that, I would have my shirt off at the desk right now. But we are going to take a little break. We are just 15 minutes away from live action here on FloGrappling. We will be right back after this. see the Gordon Ryan era. It began already, but now it has officially begun.
We are live from the ADCC World Championship.
Man, what an honor to be here. Amazing scene unfolding for us.
Are you kidding? Just going crazy. Wow.
That was insane. What a show.
Many consider him the greatest grappler on the planet right now. We'll find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, from Manaus, Brazil, Diogo Baby Shark Perez. From Manaus, Brazil,
It's time for the 88-kilogram final. Giancarlo
Athletes will often overemphasize or overestimate an opponent's ability based on the introduction they had. People looked at Giancarlo previously as just this positional guy that wasn't very dangerous.
I think it's safe to say that Giancarlo has made more progress in this last year with us than he did in his entire career combined. He completely revamped this entire game.
And as time went by, started to create a very new vision in his mind.
I punched my ticket.
Fighting out of the blue corner, Giancarlo.
I just beat the black belt world champion and the last ADCC champion. It's my fucking weekend.
Welcome back, everyone. The athletes are getting close to being done with their warm-ups, and we're getting even closer to seeing them on the mats. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back, and we're going to start off the action with the over 99-kilogram division. Should be a barn burner. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everyone. Before we kick this off, I want to introduce you to our distinguished commentary team. If you click over to Mat 1, you'll be able to listen to the call by the talented Jake Watson on play-by-play and Jay Regalbuto on color. On Mat 2, we'll have our own Ricardo Amendolia calling the action alongside veteran announcer Sean Williams. And on Mat 3, you'll have the pleasure of hearing from former MMA fighter Jimmy Smith, and he'll be on the mic with the legend Braulio Estima. So we have an amazing broadcast team here for you here on FloGrappling, and we are just kind of moments away from the 99 kilogram or over 99 kilogram division. They are about to go live in just a few moments, but you know, it's been an amazing week so far. We have a ton of action lined up for you. We're going to be having announcements. The MC Tony Torres will be on the floor getting ready to announce the competitors shortly. You can see the crowd filling in now. And you can also check out the results on arena.flograppling.com. We'll have the live brackets filling in as we go with all the results. And you see right there the clock counting down before our first matches. Just a beautiful arena here at T-Mobile Center in Las Vegas.
Here we go! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 99 kilogram division. These are the first 3 matches of the day. Sponsored by Kickside. Coming up right now, Brandon Reed. And his opponent, a man that needs no introduction, Pena. Next up on mat number 2, Heikki Julissa from Finland. And his opponent, John Hansen. Now up, Damon Ramos. And his opponent, Vinny Magalhaes. Referees, once your competitors are in hand, let us begin. Let's go! So for everybody in attendance, if you came to see some good grappling, make some noise!
All right, there's a shot of the mats right there. We will have a nice view of all 3 mats. We'll be switching back and forth between single mats and all 3 of the mats from Flow Zone. And the competitors are just about to step onto the mats. We got the big boys going at it, always fun to watch. A lot of talent on the mat right now. We have Vinny Magalhaes and Damon Ramos on mat 1. John Hansen and Heikki Julissa on mat 2. And Felipe Pena and Brandon Reed on mat 3. I believe we will be going to mat 3. Felipe Pena will be involved in our super fight later today against Gordon Ryan, of course. And let's toss the action down to mat 3. All right, there's mat 3. There's Felipe Pena taking on Brandon Reed. Felipe Pena, very talented guard player. Hard to pass, excellent with his sweeps from this position. One of the more experienced competitors on the mats today. Brandon Reed looking for a way around those long legs of Felipe Pena.
But how much, Braulio, when you talk about the level, everybody's so good, but you don't want to spend a lot of energy in those first couple of matches, right? You don't want to get beat up a whole lot, be worn out for a semifinal, final, but the level's so high. How do you manage that?
Gets behind him, looks for the hook, but slick.
People, competitors, contenders like Felipe Pena, they dare to win the weight division in absolute, to be able, and now he has one extra super fight, right? So he has about the potential of doing nine matches in one weekend, So on the beginning, you gotta pace yourself. And they take usually advantage on the first 5 minutes to study the opponent because there's no points involved, and get into the mode of world level.
Trying to step over and pass, big mistake here.
That was very bad mistake here, and then Felipe already ended up in a very good position top.
You just said it. Stay patient. Your opponent's going to make a mistake at some point. Big mistake from Brandon Reed. Now it's Felipe Pena on top of him.
Yeah, I mean, this mistake can cost his match because there was only 2.5 minutes down, and there's no points involved, but now he's on the bottom under Felipe Pena in his best form. Look at that. Pressure.
You talked about it as a teammate of Felipe Pena. What's it like being underneath that man in side control?
Man, now it's worse than ever. He's heavy, he's strong, and he's fit. And you can see he's putting pressure on the right spot, connecting both shoulders of Brandon on the ground, which gives him a little bit discomfort. Look at that.
Beautiful mount transition.
He's doing a little smother choke there with his chest, stopping the breathing.
And that's the kind of thing, even if it doesn't work, you don't tap, can't take a full breath, it wears you out. The pressure of Felipe Pena.
Yeah, but nothing is the end yet. His first 5 minutes, there's no points. You cannot just get into panic. And this is when you can demonstrate the most important lesson in jiu-jitsu is to feel comfortable on uncomfortable situations.
All right, now Brandon Reed on the bottom, very, very uncomfortable at the moment. This is a guy who came in, not a lot of hype from Pedigo submission fighting, but taking on a legend here, kind of a dark horse here, but right now, he's having trouble with that top pressure of Felipe Pena. Very, very heavy hips.
Yeah, it's connecting the elbows there together, which is making you the restriction of the starting of the movement, because there's the catch.
And you see here's watching next to the mat is Gordon Ryan.
Yeah, Gordon Ryan just watching and studying his game and realize that Felipe's pressure is pretty good, by the way.
And what he's learning right now is don't give up good position to Pena.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like he has the elbows, both elbows kind of pinching together, which stops the mobility of the opponent. Brandon to be able to get out of that, think to get out of that, need to free those elbows, And then you can see Pena really relentlessly focus on don't let go of this control, like mining the energy of Brandon here.
Is he putting Reed in a position where you got to make a mistake to try to relieve that pressure? You got to do something crazy and scramble, and that's where you take advantage?
Yes, like for example, here, Brandon, he has to kind of give a little bit of a position hoping that Felipe is going to progress. Because now if he starts pushing back, he's just going to waste his energy because Felipe is heavy. He's using the gravity, connecting the hands in the right spot here. And then this is so tiring for whoever's on the bottom if you keep it pushing back. And if you relax, you can get into a position that's going to give the submission.
This is a man who has a win over Gordon Ryan at ADCC. The only man who can say that, the man on top in black, Felipe Pena from Brazil. Right now, a master's class in top pressure.
Now points is on.
Yep.
And now he starts racking the points by putting the knee on the stomach here. Let's see if the referee gave the points. That's the mount. He came out on the mount for 3 seconds and then to come back, and then let's see how is the score going to come up now.
Yep, he got the point for the mount. There 2 points.
So for who we start learning about the ADCC rules, Felipe Pena is coming off the mount on purpose, connecting the both arms, stay for 3 seconds, and then come back and just try to stack up the points and then get into. He's pretty much using this match to warm up a little bit. You know, you can see he got a very good position that is very difficult to escape unless the arms are out. So here we go. As soon as the arm was out, that was when it was the opportunity for Brandon. He took advantage straight away.
Find a little bit of space for
guillotine. Guillotine.
Oh, trying to slam his way out, and he gets it.
Wow. Wow, he woke up. See, that was all about those elbows. Did you see that?
It went from a grappling match to a little bit of a fight here, Braulio.
Wow, he's now have to put a lot of energy now to get out. He's got the 2 points.
Difficult.
His game now.
Yeah, throwing away his glasses, but he is in a deep hole. 4 points, that's hard to make up in the time he has left, Braulio.
Yeah, it's very difficult now. There's only 3.5 minutes left. To score any points on Felipe is difficult. To pass his guard is even harder.
Remember, in the first 5 minutes, no points. He had no success trying to pass the guard of Felipe Pena, and Pena knows that at this point. Fighter from Brazil, once again, gold medalist 2017. He's got to be considered the favorite by a lot of people in this bracket right now.
Correct, and then one of the favorites to win the absolute as well. Yep. And also, the contender to be able to beat Gordon Ryan in the super fight.
If there's anyone that can do it, that can stop the monster that is Gordon Ryan, a lot of people think it is Felipe Pena. And once again, Gordon Ryan, mat side chilling.
All right, there's a great look of all 3 mats that we have here at the T-Mobile Arena. On mat 1, we have Felipe Pena, which we were just watching, taking on Brandon Reed. We have John Hansen taking on Heikki Juusola. And on mat 3, we had Vinny Magalhaes taking on Damon Ramos. A couple of ADCC medalists showing their stuff right now. Sorry, and Felipe Pena and Brandon Reed, they are on mat 3. Felipe Pena with a nice gift wrap there. Again, going right back into mount against Reed. Ramos trying to secure position on Vinny Magalhaes. Looking for that second hook.
And your winner by submission on mat number 3, Felipe Pena.
Felipe Pena off to a great start on mat 3, getting the submission over Reed. Again, we will be seeing Felipe Pena not only in this division again as he advances, but also in the super fight against Gordon Ryan.
Coming up at number 3 right now, Josh Saunders.
Pena is our number 1 seed. Proves why.
And his opponent, Perez.
All right, let's get over to mat 1, where Damon Ramos is working on getting that second hook against multiple-time ADCC medalist Vinny Magalhaes.
Confident from the feet. He had some good looks on those throw-bys, maybe 2 or 3 times on those throw-bys.
Now, perspective, Jay, do you think it's better for Damon Ramos in this position to go for broke and to blitz as hard as he can to get these points, or to coast and wait for overtime?
So at this point, he could sell out right now just for the next 10 seconds. Again, he's got to have to hold the position for 3 seconds, but he's not in danger of being scored on. The only way he could be scored on is back mount or knee on belly. So the odds of him being scored on if he were to sell out in that situation were very good. So now we are going to go to the feet. Again, you need a legitimate attempt at a takedown to be able to pull safely. Vinny, there it is. Now, as long as he keeps driving, good job by Ramos. He's going to get the negative for this, I believe. Stayed on his knees. Yeah, because even on your knee, you're a downed opponent. Or did they say he did enough to shoot? Okay, they may believe he did enough to shoot there to be able to take that bottom position.
And he's still trying. It looks like he's still trying to shoot from this grounded position as well.
Ramos is doing a very good job of disconnecting too from here, not allowing that to stay engaged for the 3 seconds. All right, back up to the feet now. Underhook.
Vinny trying to scoop underneath, look for a leg entry from the feet, but
now this is where Ramos wanted to be, chest to chest flattened out. When you look at the, you know, if it went to a judge's decision, yeah, there is 2 negatives for Vinny. So they did give him a negative for when he was down on his knee in the first one, and he's gotten a second one. He shot on that leg, immediately went down to guard. So he's down 2 penalties right now. He's gonna have to score 2. And here's the thing, Ramos, I'd say Ramos is well ahead as far as aggression and initiations on the judges' scorecard, to where even if Vinny did score 2 and this was 2-0, I still think it would, because those negatives are exactly what they are. If Vinny were to score 2, he's still got 0 now at this point. I think the decision would go to Ramos in that.
now these connections that Ramos is now making chest to chest, you would think want to salvage that and prevent Vinny from being able to turtle, but Vinny does a good job getting back to that turtle position.
Chest to back here for Ramos. And again, I love how Ramos almost keeps his hips over top of Vinny's hips. Chest right over top of the shoulders, so that any type of height building that has to be done by Vinny is so labored by the weight of Ramos. It's exhausting and fatiguing. And Ramos clearly feels comfortable here. Again, a lot would have to happen for Vinny to be able to score on Damon from here.
12.5 total minutes transpired in this one. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in overtime.
It's the bottom half of the left side of the bracket here. Winner of Vinny and Damon will go on to face the winner of Mike Perez and Josh Saunders.
And still chilling out in this, now looking more like a possible crucifix position. Vinny threatens a look at a takedown.
And listen, as soon as he removed his hips off Vinny's hips and went to that crucifix, like you were saying.
There's a shot of our 3 matches there. We have a couple matches into overtime now. Mat 1 and Mat 2 still going on, and we have a new match on Mat 3. We have Josh Saunders taking on Michael Perez. Damon Ramos may be our first upset of the day. Damon has been absolutely relentless from that top position against Magalhaes. Very promising heavyweight up on Mat 3, and Josh Saunders taking on veteran Michael Perez out of Team Atos. You know, he's going to be coming in here very well prepared. But the size difference in Saunders and Perez is significant here. Ramos still working on trying to get that second hook. There are a couple of negative points scored against Vinny here. He's got some work to do. Ramos, though, continuing his assault. And things are still pretty even there on Mat 2 between Jusela and Hansen.
On mat number 1, your winner by points, Ramos.
Ramos is going to get the nod there on mat 1. He will advance. And let's head over to mat number 2.
It gets you that invite back. Top 4 finishers get that invite back.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back with our next bout here on mat 1.
We're getting Perez Saunders next.
We already have Josh Saunders, Mike Perez are going over there.
And we have another man advancing to the quarterfinals in John Hansen, who was able to defeat Heikki Juusola. There we have Luke Griffith walking onto the mats, representing Team New Wave out of Austin, Texas. And now we're going to go to mat 3. We have Josh Saunders taking on Michael Perez.
The tactical strategy in place. It is in the position that he wanted to be on the final of the round. Not the round, but the
points.
The points.
Remember, it's a negative point if you pull guard. Does not want to do that. He has to basically engage in a wrestling battle with a much heavier opponent.
And for you to score the takedowns, you got to keep the opponent back on the ground or sat for more than 3 seconds.
That's one of the things a lot of the grapplers talk about is it's hard to get those takedown points because guys are so mobile. They turn and move. You have to really establish control to get those takedown points.
Yeah.
Not an easy thing to do.
And you see, every time someone gets taken down, they will turtle as much as possible. Which is a different rule set from the normal jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it's not NCAA takedowns. Yeah. It's a little different. Doing a little foot sweep there.
Now you can see Josh Saunders getting a little frustrated, you know, that he couldn't get close to score any points. And then if it's a draw, there will be extra time of 5 minutes as well in those first rounds.
The difficulty here, if you're Josh Saunders, are you trying not to get frustrated? You got a smaller guy in front of you. How do you really manhandle him? Can that get frustrating?
Yeah, it's so conflicting, right? You are like, I should be doing better than this.
I should be beasting this guy.
Which causes pressure, right?
Right.
But Mike Perez is very technical and strong for his size.
And he's
very
been
strong.
slippery. You know, you can see Saunders trying to club him a little bit. That hasn't been working out very well.
Yeah, I mean, now just under 2 minutes, no point scores. Josh Saunders got in a very good position, but Perez managed to escape, and now he's using the tactic that he wanted to do. Beyond the good
reach for the single leg.
Very good takedown here.
Beautiful takedown, and as you said, Perez trying to turtle.
Back attack.
There's one hook.
That's on.
That is 2. That is in.
That is in.
We'll see if he gets the points for that maneuver, and that is it. 3 points for the back take. Just 1:18 left.
Here's a very complicated situation here for Mike Perez with 3 points
armbar
down.
transition now. Trying to get it straight. Out goes Michael Perez.
Now he has to 1 minute to score anything.
Just like our last match, when your opponent makes a mistake, the level here is too high. You cannot make one single mistake.
Yeah,
Perez in that scramble gave up his back, 3 points.
Now Perez has to do something now. It's like last 40 seconds. You need to go for a takedown, hoping to take a back and maybe draw and push this fight to the extra time. But you can see the difference of size is so big.
That's when that size is such a factor. You try to...
Here we go, the double leg well sprawled here by Saunders.
The weight.
All right, we have a submission from Luke Griffith against Mansur Makmanov. Able to take the back with the body triangle. Slips in that wrist underneath the neck of Mansur Makmanov and gets it done with a very tight rear naked choke. There it is. There's the squeeze. There's the tap. Josh Saunders getting it done here against Michael Perez.
Josh Saunders.
There is Haysam Rida getting ready on mat 2. He'll be taking on Victor Honorio. Haysam Rida, very submission oriented. There is Big Dan Manasoy. He'll be walking out. And there's Mark McQueen right there. And there is Big Dan. Big Dan, another great competitor out of Team New Wave in Austin, Texas. McQueen and Manasoy will be competing over on mat 3. That should be a fun one. McQueen will be looking to play spoiler here. Already with some upsets. Damon Ramos upsetting Vinny Magalhaes, a multiple-time ADCC medalist, actually was inducted into the Hall of Fame yesterday. And we had Josh Saunders, the number 12 seed, defeating the number 5 seed, Michael Perez. Mark McQueen about to go at it here against Big Dan. Honorio and Rida on mat 1. Rida has the ability to submit you in the blink of an eye. Got to keep an eye on him. Interesting matchup there on mat 1. All right, we're going to take a quick little break. We're going to take a quick look at Felipe Pena against Brandon Reed. Some good highlights from that matchup. Felipe will advance, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Flow Zone. There's a shot of all three matches there. I'd like to go to mat 1, where Roosevelt Souza has taken the back of Vince Pizzuto.
99 division.
Winner of this match will move on to face the recently victorious Luke Griffith. And barring a miracle, that will be Roosevelt Souza.
Yeah, Pizzuto would have to submit him at this point. He's got 15 seconds to do so. Roosevelt Souza trying to earn another invite back by making it to day 2, and he did plenty of work here in his first match to get him one step closer to that.
Roosevelt Souza victorious 6-0 here in the first round. His journey towards ADCC gold remains intact.
Souza Griffith for that quarterfinal round, Jake. That's going to be a fun one.
Quarterfinals of this plus 99 kilogram division are being decided little by little, but we move on to the next match here on mat 1. After this break, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
There's Roosevelt Souza working on that leg of Pizzuto there. Here he's able to get on that leg. Able to finish the takedown there, almost. Ended up taking the back and got the win. And there is Declan Moody. He's walking out. That's the first competitor of our under 99 kilogram division. There's Paul Ardilla. How about those cleaned warm-up suits? Very nice. All right, now let's go over to mat 3. Daniel Manasoy on top of Mark McQueen.
Kind of getting deeper here of the gift wrap here, controlling hand to hand on the seat belt.
But it's just as you called it, champ. As soon as they said points, it was boop, right over with the sweep.
Straight away. So now look, see the Big Dan let one hook off and already adjust for to the second hook to the other side.
Every time he puts it in, it's going to be another 3 points. It's a strategy a lot of people employ here at ADCC.
A good position here for Big Dan would be that half Nelson above the head and turn it to be able to put the second hook in.
Yeah, that power half Nelson from the back is just brutal.
It's incredible. It's one of my favorite positions. There we go.
There it is.
Now
just as you called it, champ.
It's coming. That's very unlike. Oh, maybe he just saved some energy. He was in the good spot to do so.
All right, now Mark McQueen from the UK has to get something going here. Manasoy right now is having his way with him. That 3-0 you're seeing is from a back take. Took his hooks out, content to ride, kind of wrestling style here.
Yeah, I think Big Dan is kind of just cruising, controlling without exposing much of energy, because he will need it. And Mark has to do something now. That's 2 minutes and 25 seconds. He has to wake up and do something.
And also the old school style, Braulio, was your opponent's carrying your weight. Are you ahead? You're winning, right?
Yeah.
It's, okay, I'm on top of you. You got to carry me and you, and I'm ahead. It's over, right?
It's a very difficult position.
Tough. And that's what we're seeing a lot is new school movement, old school pressure, right? Once you're on it,
and then, mate, if you play like the control points, control game in jiu-jitsu, pressure control, and when you have 3 points ahead and you are in advantage position, if you don't want to move, if you just want to score, it's just difficult. It's a harder fight to fight against. Right. And that's what Dan is doing. He's just like getting an advantage position and let Mark do the escape and open up like he just did right now.
Just as you called it. Tried to open up to get out, and right now, Big Dan waiting to put those hooks in. Manasoy right now playing a very, very solid positional game, fighting very, very smart.
1 minute, 25 seconds here with the end of the match. Dan winning 3-0 against Mark McQueen. Mark kind of need to put the third gear on. Now it's all or nothing.
So when people ask why guards from black belts are so hard to pass, is because black belt passes your guard or gets hooks, so you'll never get it back. You'll never get that territory back against someone who knows how to sit their hips down. Once again, hooks in.
Another 3 points here for Big Dan in a much better control position this time here. Sprawling.
Talk about the misery, right? Having those hips on you. Mark McQueen suffering on bottom.
This is a very good bad situation that when you're there, you are under pressure and nothing you can do about it. And it's full control from Dan here.
I gotta say, Braulio, this heavyweight bracket is looking absolutely fantastic so far.
Yeah, I mean, all the main contenders are passing by. So going to the quarterfinals here, 20 seconds to go, and Big Dan gonna jump into the quarterfinals.
And just the way they want to. One-sided matches, not spending a lot of energy.
Especially
in
for the
cruise
size.
control, yeah.
Yeah, it's very smart.
It looks like 6-0 is where it's gonna stay. And that is it. Manasoy with an impressive first round win over McQueen. Talk about using your build the right way. Those legs were in effect from the beginning, champ.
Yeah, like Big Dan is
He's trying to get chest to chest, right? He wants
And
that
there is
pressure getting down onto Ardilla, but Ardilla
taking
does
on
a very
Victor
good
Honorio
job with that top leg. His left leg does a very good job.
A lot of this match is
always
taking place on the
cross-posting.
feet.
It's just Ardilla is very good fundamentally.
Honorio is our number 3
so it's
seed.
hard. Passing his guard is hard. Back to the feet now.
All right, let's toss it down to the commentary team.
To kneel. 1998, Mario Sperry, the first man to win the under 99 kilogram division.
Legend.
A short list of Americans have won the gold. Just 3. Those 3 are Jeff Monson in 1999, Dean Lister 2011, and Gordon Ryan in 2019. Other than that, only one non-Brazilian competitor, John Olav Ainamo in 2003, won the gold medal. Other than that, Brazil has 10 of the 14 available golds.
About a minute to go until points. Ardilla will come back to the feet. Palm to palm here. I have to imagine Ardilla, if he doesn't have any luck with getting Moody to the ground here soon, he will pull before. Yeah, and you hear his corner saying shoot. They want him to try to pull the trigger, beat top player as points start. Oh, looking to go high-low.
Moody getting a little more aggressive in these wrestling exchanges as well.
Heavy on the head still by Moody. 20 seconds to go till points. Very interesting. Okay, there we go. Ardilla will ground himself here to start overtime. I believe so. Imagine he sprung up right before, shock everybody. And he will. Oh, it does come back up to the feet.
Very interesting move.
Very interesting. Again, Ardilla has very, very good wrestling.
Hasn't been too aggressive in these wrestling exchanges. So perhaps he seeks to turn up the heat a little bit with 5 minutes left in regulation.
Palm to palm. Collar tie for Ardilla.
Starting to fake high and low. Declan Moody has been persistent with continuing to meet Ardilla every fake happens. Hunkers down, sinks his base low, gets the underhooks engaged. And largely Moody has been the one that's been more aggressive, pushing forward and trying to create openings.
And Moody is a big boy. Collar tie again. And they seem to be getting not more aggressive. Like he's not, you know what I mean? He's not throwing clubs or anything here, but when he gets on the back of the neck, it hard pulls down in multiples too. Not just once, just pulling down 2-3 times. Almost forcing the head height of Ardilla to have to raise just to relieve. See how he'll have to posture up momentarily? I'm wondering if Moody is going to try, you know, a straight front shot here off of these postures from Ardilla. And we're getting on short time here, just over 3 minutes to go. And listen, if you had to at this point, oh, there he is.
Look at that, throw by in a single leg.
They see him, they're trying to allow this to go as long as they can. They'll stop it there. Let's see if they give him the leg back. Again, they'll try to restart it where they left off, and he is gonna give him the leg. That's big. Head to the outside with the, oh, okay. Ardilla immediately drives that heel to the floor.
Trying to use that same throw by to single leg option, this time stuffed by Ardilla.
And at this point, especially in this last minute of play, you know, Moody has definitely been more the aggressor. He was able to elevate the leg, went on that, you know, high-low with the underhook and far knee tap to no success, but they're initiating. They're strong initiations where, you know, Ardilla really had to fight, stay on. Here he goes again.
Just a little under 2 minutes, 30 seconds left as they reset in the middle.
Starting with that over-under. They'll pummel right out of it.
A little bit of a switch up for Moody as well, continuing to dip back and forth between that single leg attempt and this shallow underhook.
All right, they're warning Ardilla. I don't know if that was a warning. You get 2 warnings. I don't know if it was a warning or just a call for action for Ardilla. Now you'll see too with Moody, he'll go with that punch underhook on the right side like a couple times in a row. There's the little drag attempt from Ardilla, and then go down to that same side leg. So almost faking like he's gonna go with that punch under to pick that leg up. Just over 90 seconds before we go to overtime. Collar tied in the middle here for Ardilla and Moody. There goes that throw by again. I feel like we're gonna see that a lot in all the weight classes, those throw bys, Jake.
I think you're absolutely right. That is, unless we get the opportunity to commentate a match with Dorian Oliveras. Then we're going to see the entire wrestling handbook.
Everything.
But with this match, just 1 minute to go. Largely in this regulation time, Jay. Not a lot of...
Well, we have all of our winners in the over 99 kilogram division. We have Felipe Pena advancing. He was our #1 seed. He'll be taking on John Hansen. Ramos upsetting Vinny Magalhaes. He'll be taking on Josh Saunders. Roosevelt Souza will be taking on the young talent Luke Griffith. And Haisam Rita advancing. And he'll be taking on Big Dan Manasoy. And let's head over to mat 1 where we will see who will end up winning between Ardilla and Moody.
Underhooked here from Ardilla, pummels under to match for Moody, and we're 25 seconds from overtime here.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, what a move to get behind here from Ardilla.
The left leg of Ardilla is caught by Declan Moody. Just 13 seconds to see how this situation pans out.
Yeah, I don't believe it's going to be enough time to score here because you're going to have to hold position for 3 seconds. We're going to see overtime, Mr. Watson.
Overtime indeed. 5 minutes put back on the clock, immediately reset in the center.
Yeah, no rest either.
Well, what do you think the game plan difference? Should there be, in what way should there be a switch for Paul Ardilla in this second chance at 5 minutes?
I think Ardilla needs to pull the trigger. He hasn't pulled the trigger on a takedown yet, and Moody is setting everything up. Like, Moody's not just blasting out from nowhere into something. He's setting up a punch underhook. He's setting up with snaps and things like that. If I'm Ardilla, I am pulling the trigger on something quick. Get in on a head, pick up a leg quick. You know, get on the head, look for a go behind quick. But he's got to pull the trigger if he wants to start, you know, gaining any kind of initiations here to even win a decision. Again, little pass by Moody, defended by Ardilla. And he did get a negative. So those were warnings Ardilla was getting, and he has now received a penalty, a negative penalty for passivity. So now Moody's up. Now Moody doesn't have to worry as much about making sure he did enough to win the decision. Don't get me wrong. That don't mean pull off the gas, because he starts slowing down. There's plenty of time for him to get warnings and a negative as well.
Look at this. Perhaps the most aggressive movement of Ardilla thus far.
And Moody's controlled center the entire time too. Like, it's always been Ardilla's back that's going towards the out of bounds.
All right, we have the 2022 champ,
keeps pushing
Kainan
forward.
Duarte, taking on Daniel Schuart.
3:20 to go.
You see Kainan on top, working for that pass.
Ardilla really needs to start. Again, trying to pick up a leg. Listen, he's down a negative as well, right? Even if he scored a 2 here on a takedown, he's up by 1 to give him a score. You'd almost think maybe sit, take the extra negative so that you can at least try to get into legs or something to get a connection with Moody to where you can look for a submission or a 3-point score to the back.
A lot of urgency out of the corner of Paul Ardilla here with 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go. As Declan Moody has just been walking, he's been walking Paul down the entire match.
From the beginning, he has been just pushing forward. Now, he didn't go to a knee, so he won't be penalized there. Oh, look for the throw by there. Ardilla looked to capitalize, but Moody was quick back up to the feet and facing him. .215 to go here.
Now Paul Ardilla increasing in activity. Slipping and sliding a little bit out there.